Senator Thurmond was elected in November of '54. I was born in July of '55. Their graveyards.
You weren't born yet.
Their graveyards are full of people in this state wanting to be Strom Thurmond's heir.
The Republican contender for that title is Lindsey Graham, a four-term congressman who came to national prominence during the impeachment of Bill Clinton.
Hey, Becky. How are you doing?
Graham's opponent, the Democrat, is 64-year-old Alex Sanders, a former state senator, chief judge of the State Court of Appeals, and most recently, president of the College of Charleston.
I have to be very careful not to offend Strom Thurmond. You understand that? Because he is so admired in South Carolina, and if I offended him, 6 years from now, he might run against me. So be careful about that.
Everyone in South Carolina jokes about Thurmond's age, but very gingerly. Down here, he's a hero, not because of his politics or his legislative record, but because he delivered federal dollars, federal projects, and over the years he seems to have extended a favor or a courtesy to nearly everyone in the state, white or black, Republican or Democrat. Lindsey Graham remembers campaigning with Thurmond a few years ago.
So we start into the crowd, and we don't get 10 feet. And this guy comes up and says, "Senator Thurmond, so good to see you." And he says, "Well, glad to be with you." And he says, "Thanks for getting me on Social Security." The guy's in his mid-60s. Then he says, "Thanks for getting Mama in a nursing home, and thanks for getting my grandson in the Air Force Academy." And I'm saying, this is one guy, one family. Do I have a tough act to follow if I ever run for the Senate?
Thurmond is also legendary for writing to congratulate every high school graduate in South Carolina and calling to console nearly every widow.
When my father died, I said, "Hey, Mama, Strom Thurmond called you yet?" She said, "What are you talking about?" I said, "Mama, he calls everybody, and he'll call you sooner or later." She said, "Silly. Why would he do that? Do it for political reasons? I think that's awful." A few minutes, sure enough, the phone rings. It's Strom Thurmond from my mother. She came back in a few minutes and she said, "He was really sorry about your daddy, and he knew a lot about your father, and I think it's terrible that you would imply that he was doing this for political purposes. He is a great man." She turned on me, my own mother.
Thank y'all so much. Thank you very much, guys.
Strom's stories aside, the campaign to succeed Thurmond looks pretty much like races all over the country. The Republican says the words Bush and Iraq as much as possible.
This president is going to win this war, and I'm going to be there to help him.
And on the other hand, the Democrat says the words Social Security and stock market.
The economy of the country is really not in good shape.
The race for Strom Thurmond's seat is pretty close, even though South Carolina is decidedly conservative. The Confederate flag still flies on the Capitol grounds, and it's polarized. While over 90% of black voters support Democrats, Thurmond led most white voters into the Republican Party. The bottom line, even Democrats acknowledge, is a Republican advantage.
If you had two candidates of absolute equal merit, same amount of money, same quality of campaign, the Republicans would win.
And in this conservative state, Alex Sanders has some unconservative positions. He opposes both the death penalty and an anti-flag burning amendment. Lindsey Graham is pouncing.
Tell Alex Sanders to support an amendment to protect our flag, not those who burn it.
So you're doing everything you humanly can do to make Alex Sanders a liberal.
Well, he is liberal on issues that matter to our state.
But you're working
compared to
hard.
me.
You're working hard to put that big L on his T-shirt. Right?
Well, let me tell you what I'm working hard to do, and that is to define the differences. And Alex is a witty, charming guy. You've interviewed him. He's a great storyteller.
Right.
Getting him on the record is like nailing J-Lo on the wall.
Well, let me tell you how it goes. I run a 30-second spot that says, "I'm in favor of saving Social Security by not spending the Social Security trust funds." And then Lindsey runs an ad that says, "I'm in favor of saving Social Security too." So I run an ad and I say, "Wait a minute. Okay, but you want to put the Social Security trust funds in the stock market, a dismally bad idea." I figure I've seized the high ground. Then he runs an ad and says, yes, but you're in favor of burning the American flag. Now, exactly how do I top that? I'm not sure, but that's where we are. And what I just said consumed $1 million.
Neither candidate really fits into his 30-second spots. Graham's ads make him look like President Bush's best friend, but he endorsed John McCain in 2000. And Alex Sanders is no Ted Kennedy liberal. He's a member of the NRA and supports the president on Iraq.
We like Alex! We like Alex!
But it isn't just about being right on the issues in South Carolina. It's about being colorful. Trying to be like Strom means that Graham and Sanders, both of them with college degrees and law degrees, spend a lot of time trying to out-country each other.
Hey, Lindsey.
Good to see you, man.
Let's go
Thanks for
fishing.
coming. Let's go fishing. I'm ready to go.
Hey, how you doing, Miss Jackson? Y'all doing okay?
Yeah, doing great.
Good. Y'all vote for me. I need it, okay?
Okay.
I heard this from Lee Atwater. The most important thing in politics today is authenticity.
And that's the first thing you got to learn to fake. That's what Lee Atwater would have told you.
Alex Sanders is often more candid than you expect a politician to be, particularly about the indignities of running.
Have you ever heard of me in your whole life?
Especially the greatest indignity, the 6 hours he has to spend on the phone every day begging people for money.
Hey, Billy, this is Alex Sanders. I'd call you up now, and I'd say, this is Alex Sanders. You remember me, don't you? 'Cause I'm supposed to tell you how good this campaign's going, and I got a poll here, and it really is going good. My campaign's really going great, Bill. And I'm sure I'm going to win, and I don't have but one problem, and the problem is I'm running out of money. Let me ask you something, Bill. Could you give me another $500? My only problem is I'm running out of money. Now, you don't say anything when I say that.
No.
There's a long pause, right? And that pause is interrupted by me. And I say as pathetically as I can, you know, this is so embarrassing. No decent person would get involved in this. Let me tell you something. I'm embarrassed to ask you. You know that, right? And if you don't say anything after that, I say, how about $250? Bingo.
No matter how much money Sanders raises, it may not be enough. He has made it a close race and an entertaining one. But he knows better than anyone that it's easier to lay claim to Strom Thurmond's crown if you're a Republican, like Lindsey Graham.
Look how many people wanted this job who are now dead. I mean, the job comes open when I'm at the prime of my political life. I've been in the Congress for 8 years. We got a hugely popular president, George W. Bush. So I can't complain. I've been dealt a good hand. I just have to play it well.
Let me quote you. Here you are.
Yeah.
And this, you said this not that long ago.
Okay.
If I am ever tempted to run for statewide office, I want to be locked in a bathroom so that I can flush $100 down a toilet, because that'd be easier than running out and asking for money and then spending it the way you have to.
No, that wasn't what I said. I said if I was ever tempted to run for public office, I would lock myself in the bathroom and flush $100 bills down the toilet till the feeling passed away, because that would be comparable to running for statewide public office,
There you go.
right?
Okay.
The difference in that and this
How are you
is
going to get out
I
of
have
it?
the opportunity here to flush other people's $100 bills down the toilet.